Welcome back to the Pick and Pod podcast. It's me, your host Nasir, and my co-host Zach. And today we'll be talking about our favorite series so far going on in the playoffs. It's a lot of good series going on in the playoffs, even with like the lower seeds like the Orlando Magic, the Boston Celtics, the Heat Cavaliers, which kind of started out kind of slow, but Tyler Herro's been he's been amazing like these last two games. The Warriors Rockets, the Rockets got a good the Rockets got a good win against the Warriors. Jalen Green, I keep saying he's the most inconsistent but consistent player. It's about four bad games, and that fifth game he's gonna go off and explode.
Yeah.
Then unfortunately Jimmy Butler got injured. In that game he went out. I think he had something going on with his leg, so we don't know if he's ever gonna come back. Then the game, yes,
Ever.
no, not ever. Ever's crazy. My fault. That's kind of like dramatic, but like we don't know if he's gonna be able to come back for this series.
Yeah.
But then yesterday we had the Knicks Pistons, which was a pretty close game. Cade Cunningham had a pretty impressive game. He had like 24 points. I think he had like 12 assists, which was really good. Well, he had 11 assists. I wonder what his turnovers is because he's a high turnover type of player.
Yeah.
Amin didn't do much, but when I was watching the game, he looked like he had pretty decent defense on Jalen Brunson. Even though it's hard to guard Jalen Brunson, really.
Yeah, you really can't, especially because he be getting to the line too.
Exactly. But like, you know how we was talking about the other day, like Trey Young foul baiting.
Mhm.
Jalen Brunson does it, but he's 5'11". He gotta has to.
Yeah.
That has to be a skill of his, because like he's not as big as like Cade or like even Steph, who's considered a small guard, be 6'3".
Yeah.
Like he kind of has to force himself to
To get those looks
get
and
calls.
yeah. Sometimes though it does get a little bit egregious.
Mhm.
I think like just the way he moves his body
Yeah.
with it, like he'll actually flail.
Yeah.
Man. But these other guys, they won't be as like overt, you know. But
Yeah.
Jalen will like the second he feels contact, he's
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I know it'd be pissing you off like as a fan, but sometimes I just sit and laugh.
Yeah.
LeBron be doing the same thing too.
yeah,
It'd
he
be
does.
it'd be
But he's
pretty funny.
LeBron.
Yeah,
He's
they
been
don't.
20
I'm
years,
not
you
gonna lie. They
know.
haven't been giving like I'm not even just saying this as a bias. They don't give LeBron some calls. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie. Which I
Yeah.
understand. 'Cause I guess from a referee's standpoint, LeBron is 6'9", 250,
Yeah, he's a big guy, you know.
You
He's
would think
gonna
he can
have
take.
some contact.
He can take the contact, but at the same time, it's like he's still a human being. Like as much as
Yeah.
you're gonna call him superhuman, he's still human. So like
Yeah.
he's gonna have to you're gonna have to give him some calls at some point.
Mhm.
But Tim Hardaway Jr. really stepped up this game. He was 7 of 12 from three. Then Shooter, he's been like the saving grace kind of for the Pistons. He had that
Mhm.
clutch three I think the other night, and tonight he had he was 18 points, 5 assists, 4 6 from the field, 4 6 from three. So I really like this Pistons team.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of like when you're playing pickup basketball,
Yeah.
and you know all your friends are busy, so you just show up and you're like, yo, I got next, and someone comes up, it's like, you got five?
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
you
like
got five. It's
random
just a
guys
bunch of
just
yeah,
because I think Tim Hardaway Jr. was pretty decent this season, but this Shooter, if y'all know, like he was traded to the Warriors, he was trash with the Warriors, like really bad. So
yeah,
they traded him for a second time, for him to come to the Pistons and give like a kind of veteran type of presence because he's been on so
mhm,
many teams. Like he was on that early Hawks team early on in his career. He was on the Thunder at some point where he kind of got robbed of Sixth Man of the Year.
yeah.
So like he's been around. So like.
Lakers teams,
Yeah, we
the
don't want to talk about the
Nets.
Lakers team. Hey, do you remember? This is a long time ago. He said the only way he would go to the Lakers is if he started.
Nah.
Yeah, he said that. That's why he started for us, because he was like,
Hmm.
"I'm starting on the Lakers. If you want to sign me," to which I can't believe we did that, but
I mean, it's like who did he start over?
I don't remember. I don't remember who he started over.
I don't think
It's
you
still
really had
cra-
anyone.
Like, didn't Shooter like? It's weird because like you can't say when he's off the bench he's a starter. He should be starting, but then when he
Mhm.
starts, it's like he shouldn't be starting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's weird. I don't really know. Like,
Yeah.
he's
I
in
mean,
that.
he's one of those guys that just should come off the bench. You
Yeah,
know?
I feel like his role is just a custom for the bench because like
Mhm.
he can do everything he wants. Like
Yeah, I think he tries to do too much when he starts because he's like, "Oh, I'm a starter."
yeah,
But then when he's coming off the bench in that sixth, seventh man role, he's kind of he like his role is more defined. Like
Yeah.
when you're coming off, then the game is already kind of you know what pace everyone's playing, everyone's going at, and you can kind of just fit in, you know. But I don't think he's good at setting it. I think he's good at finding and matching it.
yeah. But then from the next side of things, like Jalen Brunson had another crazy game. I think he had like 30 something in his series, 30
Yeah,
points.
let's playoff Jalen.
Yeah, he like I don't know if he never like goes far in the playoffs. At least one thing you will have to say about him, bro. he shows up when you need him. Like
Mm-hmm.
30 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 11 or 13 from the free throw line. Like he's giving it his all out there. He played 39 minutes. Like he's probably averaging like 40 minutes a series,
Yeah,
which is like
that's Tibbs.
yeah, it's kind of like speaking of tips, like Mikal Bridges 39 minutes. I mean it's playoffs, so they're gonna play, but like Karl Anthony Towns 41 minutes, Josh Hart 41
I
minutes,
think Cat
OG
playing 41 minutes is
43.
crazy.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that because like offensively, yes, keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, it's like
Yeah, you're not getting much when he's playing
yeah,
30
defense.
minutes,
And then like Mitch
35.
Rob only playing like 16 minutes. You kind of want him
Yeah.
to play a little bit more, even though like he is kind of offensively like he don't really have much of offense really unless he's getting
Mm-hmm.
lobs. But you need that defense that Mitch Rob provides. You
Yeah,
know,
that's like the weirdest part of the Knicks team, I think, because they're so like their top six
it's
is
amazing,
yeah,
but their everything else is trash.
I know, and it's like everyone does everything that you would want from their top six,
Hmm.
but it's like they have no one else that can do that.
Yeah,
So even if like if you look at a team like I don't know, what's a team similar to them, their skill level? If
Match. I'm gonna say the Magic low key because it's really
the
just
Magic,
Grimes
yeah.
and Paulo, and then
Yeah, but
everybody
if you look
else.
at the Magic, like the Magic have a Cole Anthony who can come off the bench, give
Oh
you some
yeah,
buckets. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
They have the Knicks on the other, end, like Jericho Sims, who like
Miles McBride,
yeah, Miles
but he
McBride.
hasn't really been good this series, which is kind of disappointing.
Exactly, yeah. And then as far as bigs go, losing iHeart was massive.
Shoot, losing Quinn and Grimes, bro. Remember,
Yeah,
yo, Quinn and
losing
Grimes been
Q.
hooping with the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
Mm-hmm.
in this season have like 25. Like
Sadly,
dang,
no one
yeah,
noticed because the
because the
Sixers
Sixers suck.
fell out.
But
But
next year,
yeah, no, definitely. But I just think that the Knicks, like, they have a lot from their starting five. They've got rebounding with Josh Hart, even though he's a little smaller. They've got an offensive big and cat. They have Jalen Brunson, obviously. They have OG and Mikal, who Mikal might not be able to clamp, but OG he's gonna clamp up a good
yeah.
portion of the league. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know if Mikael, because remember like his son's days, like he got like defensive
Where
player
he
of the
would sit
year.
down,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think. I think he has more like he's like kind of moved more to the offense side of, but like, he's still a really good defender. Like
yeah,
we have times we see prime Mikhail from time to time, but it's not as
mm-hmm,
much, you know. So I
yeah.
understand what you're saying.
But I'm saying they got the two-way guys. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it just feels like there's one A guys and there's one B guys, or like when Draymond was talking about the 16 game players, you know, like they're guys that I think are one B are versus one A, and the Knicks have Jalen Brunson, Cat. That's their one A's, and then as far as the role players go, they have a bunch of like one B's, you know?
I would say you know what's weird? I think this next team is. I think it's the bench. It's the bench and
Yeah,
like they need a suitable backup center, like
they
someone that can kind of
do.
replicate what Carl does. But it's hard to find someone that can replicate what Carl does, but also give you good defense.
I don't even think they need that,
You
man.
don't? What do you think?
I just think they need an Isaiah Hartenstein,
Yeah, yeah,
or
he
like
did. Yeah, he.
like having Mitchell Rob start and then having Mitchell Rob come off the bench. Like last year, they would have Isaiah Hartenstein start,
Yeah,
and then they
Isaiah
would have
Hartenstein really blossomed because Mitch Rob was injured for most of the season.
yeah, and then Mitch Rob came back. They were splitting minutes. It's like
Yeah,
you're subbing one guy off because he's tired, and you're putting the same exact guy back in there.
yeah.
So it's like that constant defensive and rebounding presence, like
Yeah.
it's not there.
I, I, I don't know. It's like at least the one thing you can say for Knicks fans to to go from like being bad for like I would say after Melo they were bad for like a long time to like now you can see making the playoffs and you kind of have a chance. Like obviously as a fan you want to contend for championships, but like at least you're not like in a you're not like Kings type of situation or anything like
Yeah,
that. So
they're pretty
and then
messed up.
like you know what the Knicks have a lot of pieces like they have a lot of assets.
Yeah,
They could go and out this like let's say
they
they
don't have
lose.
money.
They don't have, true. They have money. I mean, but shoot. I mean, if they really, you know, if they really want to, they can go and trade one of that big pieces. They're
Yeah.
probably not gonna trade Jalen Brunson because I think if you put the right team around Jalen Brunson, he could be the one A.
Oh, for
I really
sure.
do.
I think
I
he is
really
the one
do.
A. You know,
I think it's everything surrounding him. Like, and I love Carl. Like Carl's like he is probably one of the best offensive bigs ever.
hmm
His defense is so bad. Like he began run off the court.
And you know
Like
what the funny part is, bro? He's like gotten better at
yeah,
defense.
it's crazy. He got like last year. That's probably the best defensively we see Carl.
Yeah.
the best defensive.
I think he was being helped a little bit by
Rudy,
being
yeah,
next
that's what I'm
to
gonna say. He doesn't have Rudy here.
yeah, not even Rudy. He was next to Rudy, Jaden McDaniels, and Nas Reed. So
Yeah,
it's like
so he doesn't have.
he was
Yeah.
being shielded a little bit.
So like, I don't know. I think it's a pretty good series though.
Yeah,
I'm tuned in like every night whenever they play. So
yeah.
hopefully Knicks can figure it out. But I'm gonna try to get past these lower seeded games real quick. So the Celtics beat the Magic.
Yes.
These
Tatumless.
yeah Tatumless. Jalen Brown, the guy with no handle, like you said.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent. He not gonna lie. What's funny? The
hmm
fact you said he doesn't have a handle. He almost had the ball stripped from him the other night. Did
Yeah.
you see that play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
bro, most of his buckets, bro, he loses the ball and then gets it
yeah, and
back,
then he
and then
gets
he's
it
like, "Oh, I'm
back.
open now."
Yeah, yeah, I know the exact play you talking about.
Yeah.
He was hooping though. He was him and
Yeah.
what they gave Kristaps Porzingis and Jalen Brown the nickname Cookies and Cream.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
fire though,
Yeah,
dude. Porzingis is like when Porzingis is hot. I'm not talking about when he's having a good game. I'm saying
yeah,
when he's on fire,
yeah,
like dead ass looks like one of the best players I've ever
yeah.
seen.
He did no Carl. I mean Carl. Kristaps be looking like because he can give you amazing defense and interior,
Yeah.
while also being a guy that can hit half court shots.
And he doesn't even try.
He don't
Like
because he's seven
he'll
three. He doesn't have
yeah,
to jump that
he'll
much.
walk down the court, get back on defense. Like there'll be like 18 seconds left on the shot clock. The entire team will be down there, and he'll literally be walking across. He'll get to like the edge of the logo. They'll pass him the ball. He'll just cash. Not like literally nothing but net.
Yeah,
It's insane. Cat when he's or not Cat. Chris
yeah,
Tapps
yeah.
when he's good is like it's like it's like KD. Like it's like KD esque.
Yeah.
It's just he's not always on fire. You know what I mean?
It's like that's what makes y'all so like dangerous because like y'all some of y'all best players can be like y'all can still be like one of the best teams in the league. 'Cause remember Kristaps didn't come into like the last few games
Yeah.
of the final. Like he played game one, then he got injured. I think didn't play. Y'all still won that series. Then Jason Tatum's out. It was a pretty close game. Like I want to give the Magic their credit. Like having Jason Tatum out, they kind of took advantage of that. Paulo was going crazy, bro. Paulo,
Yeah.
it
Paul's.
was pretty much. This is all I'm telling you what Paulo's doing. He was driving and kicking. That's all he did,
That's all
bro.
he needs to do.
Driving kick. And then Wendell, I saw all three threes that Wendell Carter hit because I was
Yeah.
watching the game. It was just, I think it was like back to back plays where Paulo did the same play, drive and kick the Wendell in the corner, drive and kick it to Wendell in the corner. Then Anthony Black, he's been pretty decent in the playoffs for someone as young as he is. Like he's getting you like I think he had like 15 last game, he had 11 this game, which is good, pretty good. But my man KCP, it's
Yeah. Not
1 of
looking.
9, 0 of 6 from three, bro. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
The one shot he hit, I saw. It was a bank shot, bro. I don't think he called bank on
All
it.
class.
Yeah, it was so bad. I really hope he has a comeback year because KCP is really good when he's like locked
Yeah.
in. But it's kind of sad to see him going out this way.
I think part of it is like when Jalen Suggs gets back, he's trying to fill Suggs' role a little bit.
Yeah, I think when Jalen comes, he'll have someone to take the pressure off him.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think this was a really good game.
Oh,
Probably
there's a bunny.
that is so random. Our bunny's lucky.
I guess so.
That was so random. Okay.
Sorry, but I
Um,
just.
but Franz had a good game too. He had 25. This is probably the best game the Magic. Well, definitely the best game the Magic have played.
Yeah.
In this series. Y'all definitely still gonna win.
Mhm.
Even with JT, y'all probably still gonna win. But
Yeah.
the one thing I can say about the Magic, at least to give hope for next year, Anthony Black looks like he's gonna be a pretty good. Like he gives like not three because he don't be shooting the three a lot, but like he looks like he gives me like defensive guard type. He plays really good defense and he knows how to drive inside. If he can get the jump shot, that'll make him a lot better as a player.
Mhm.
Then you have Jalen Suggs coming back, which when he was healthy, he was having some of the best, like one of his best career years. Made all defensive team last year.
Yeah.
Like I really,
He's one of my favorite players in the league.
yeah, I wonder who they're gonna get in the draft because I feel like they can find like a more like a 2 year, maybe 4 year college player.
Tyrese Proctor might be good for them.
Yeah. If they can find a guy like that to add to this roster, I can see them being a top seed next year.
Yeah.
Because like think about it, Paulo started the season off crazy, then he got injured.
Yeah. Then the quad.
Yeah, then
And
Franz
then it was a little
started the
quieter.
playoffs crazy, and he got injured. So like with them all together like healthy, I think that they could be one of the best teams in the
Yeah, for sure.
But Heat Cavs, it's not much. Well, it's a lot to say, but I'm gonna try to like slow it down because this is kind of like a shorter episode. The Cavs won. Donovan Mitchell hit some crazy shots to end the game. Like
Mm.
he really clutched it up. Like every time Miami Heat hit a shot, he was coming right back. And the guy that was hitting them shots for the Heat was Tyler Hero. He was, you know how we was talking about Tyler Hero might be a 1B.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I think he's doing it. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. Am I
Yeah.
wrong? They
Yeah.
are. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. Speaking of
It's
defense,
Bam.
Evan
Oh,
Mobley
Evan Mobley's
did win
good.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did want to talk about that a little bit because Draymond lost
Mm-hmm.
and Dyson Daniels, which I kind of crazy. He didn't. If you look
Yeah,
at the
it's
voting,
probably a record thing.
yeah, he was third place. But
Yeah.
the Cavs. This was a really good game. Another game I would say is one of the best in the series. Donovan Mitchell had 30 points. I think Darius Garland played a lot this game. I think he did. Okay, yeah, he had like 21 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good game. Like it was really competitive. Each team it was like a heavyweight match really. Like 1 minute the Cavs were going on one, then the next minute the Heat were going on a run.
Yeah.
Uh Davion Mitchell had another really good game. Like
Right.
I love him and Bam connect. Like you can really see that they have like a really good connection because they run the same play kind of, but it's like I guess Davion Mitchell like he'll look around to make it seem like he's not paying attention, and he'll get
And
like
then get.
he'll throw
Yeah.
Bam a lob. Like they do the same play like almost every game. Haywood Highsmith had like 5 or 6 from 3. I really like what I saw from the Miami Heat this game. Like obviously not gonna win. The Cavs are the best team in the league or one of the
Yeah.
best teams in the league.
Top three. They're up
Yeah.
there.
But it's a really good game. It's a really good
Yeah.
game. And real quick, if you want to talk, we can talk about Evan Mobley. He won Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
He was my pick for Defensive Player of the Year. What do you think about it?
To begin the year, here's your pick.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow,
for real,
damn,
yeah.
yo,
I
that's
really no
crazy.
seriously because like if you look, Evan Mobley from his rookie season showed like flashes of being like great. Like he had like plays against what's his name, Trey Young, where he was guarding him comfortably on the perimeter,
Mm-hmm.
while also giving you elite interior defense. So like I saw this coming. It's just like he's 23 years old doing this. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Evan. He scares me a little bit, because Celtics fan,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
'Cause he's like the one guy that like, Spider's gonna go off when you face the Cavs,
yeah.
and it's like, okay, well, who else? Who else do we have to stop?
Yeah,
And it's not that we have to stop him; it's that he's gonna stop us,
yeah,
And I think that the Twin Towers look
yeah.
2-3 years ago, I think, for the Cavs with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, it had a lot of potential, and no people saw that potential, but they were very unsure if it was ever going to reach it.
Yeah.
And I think now Evan's taking a step forward on offense. Jared is doing the same thing he's been doing, but he's still very
I
talented.
love Jared Allen.
Yeah, Jared Allen's a really good
He does what he
player.
does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what to expect from him. He's consistent. But now I think that Jalen has taken that step offensively and defensively. It's kind of scary because he's not slowing down either. He's going to keep growing, keep maturing.
This might sound crazy because Donovan Mitchell is on the team. I think Evan Mobley is going to end up being the best player on that team.
Yeah?
I think so. Because, like, I feel like each game, you see his confidence just going.
Yeah, I mean, he's making threes
higher.
now, too.
Yeah, like consistent threes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, one tough three where, like, he got the offensive rebound. I don't remember what game it is. I just remember this play. And then he stepped back in the corner
Yeah.
no. Ja, man, I think Ja got injured. You saw
He
that?
did,
He
yeah.
got injured.
I think he'll be back though.
Yeah, I got scared for him because I said no Ja. They said no Ja. I'm like, ah. He went
Yeah.
down. He hurt his leg. I was like, he give me flashbacks to Derrick Rose. I'm like, come on.
Oh
We don't
man,
need that.
that's scary.
We don't need that. But let's get into our picks of the night. The first game is at 7. Celtics Magics. You can start it off. What do you think of that?
We like to do this thing where we lose a game. It's either gonna be this one or the next one. So I'm gonna take the Celtics because I have to. But like if we lose tonight, I won't be surprised.
I'm gonna take the Celtics.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be a debate kind, but I'm gonna take the Celtics.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, Pacers Bucks.
Pacers.
Bucks now. I'm not gonna lie. Giannis gonna have to have like a 70-point triple double to win this.
It don't even matter. They're still gonna lose.
I'm Giannis, bro. Did you see his press conference?
No.
No, I gotta show it to you. I'm gonna send it to you after this.
Yeah.
He looked distraught. Like he looked like he was ready. Like he's ready to leave.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
not next year. Now.
Yeah.
He might. Like he looked pissed.
I mean,
like,
he's like playing really good basketball.
He's playing the best.
He's doing all he
I've
can.
seen him doing years, and like, it's not, like people keep talking about 6 playoff losses. Is it his fault? Like,
Yeah.
He can't do anything. First of all, you can't do anything without being injured. He got injured, and then you come back and it's like, isn't like, and I almost Dame didn't have a good game, but I mean, I give him all props. He just came back from a blood clot. Not too many people.
Yeah. Hooping.
Diagnosed with a blood clot and then coming back 2 weeks later and hooping. So
Yeah.
like, at least give him credit for that. Kyle Kuzma.
That was like I feel like if they had Chris Middleton, they'd probably.
Kuz, bro. I remember there was a time. Hey, this might go viral, and you're gonna love this as a Celtics fan. I said that Kuzma was better than Jason Tatum.
I saw that. Yeah, his like
on.
28th overall pick was better than number
Remember
3.
that early on? Cause like Kuzma's rookie year and even his second year was so good. I was like,
Yeah. I saw those tweets, man. I know what you're talking about.
he just might be.
Yeah, I
Go
think
back to
Kuzma.
that version, Kuz.
Bro, I think he doesn't
Please.
care. He got his bag.
Come on, man. Like this is.
He got his bag. He got his Kobe picture.
He got it. That was hard to do. I'm 49.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, man, Kuzma. He's still one of my favorite Lakers. I'm not gonna lie. He put hope in me when everything was down. Him and Lonzo. So.
Oof, Lonzo, man. I hope Lonzo gets on a winning team.
I hope so.
He needs to get out of I love Lonzo.
Yeah, because he's such a winning player.
Yeah.
He has all the attributes you want on a championship team.
100%.
Play defense, shoot the three, like playmaking out of this world. I always want to see him rock out on one team as like not the guy, but like the main ball handler. I feel like he could be like a Jason Kidd. I still believe that.
Because he's great at facilitating.
I just want to see him rock out on one team one day.
I think
with
like
just him and a bunch of like decent guys.
Yeah, I think 12 to 15 points, eight assists. You know,
I think
he's gonna get you.
I think
he can average a double.
7 and 10.
Okay, yeah.
might be-
Because he can rebound. He's like 6'6",
It
6'5".
might be inefficient, but like, you know.
I don't think he's not. Early in his career, he was inefficient, but now
later,
he became one of the best 3-and-D players in the league for a stretch before he got hurt.
I love Lonzo, man. He's one of my favorite.
He's one of the reasons the Bulls still haven't broken it up.
Yeah.
I guess they traded Levine, but he's the reason they took so long.
Yeah,
You know.
I love Lonzo.
Yeah.
Since this is my team, Lakers, Timberwolves. Last night, I would say was that last night? Oh no.
A few nights ago.
Yeah, whenever the last game was, we really showed a lot of promise on the defensive side of the ball. Luka had a better game. Actually, let me put up stats real quick.
Luka did have a really good game.
Yeah, he had a better game. It was a lot closer. We did a Lakers thing where like we winning for most of the game,
and then
we try to lose the lead. Julius Randle is having the best playoff series he's ever had in his career.
Yeah,
but it ain't mean much. I mean, it means something, but like, it's still like.
That's like this series is so interesting because it's like so unevenly and evenly matched at the same time.
Yeah, because you would think just talent would take over.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Anthony Edwards, I would say the best thing we did was Anthony Edwards had 0 assists this game.
Yeah.
Last game he had 9, and that really was the kicker for us. We didn't. We took the playmaking out of his possession because Mike Conley can't be on the court for as long to playmake. Like even Mike Conley, he ended with 1 assist. Like there was like
and Mike Conley's there to playmake, you know.
Yeah,
actually.
he had the Julius Randle had the most assists on the team, which you don't want Randle doing that.
Yeah,
Jaden McDaniels 3-11 from the field. Like all the guys that were really good last game, we made them have a good bad game, except for Randall. So
Yeah.
but you can, if you leave Randall, the guy killing you, you take that. You take that.
Yeah.
It's like it's whatever.
When I look at their roster,
Yeah, I'm off.
I mean, no, you can go back to Lakers. I just this they're both very confusing.
Lakers and Timberwolves or just,
Yeah, both of their teams, because both teams are just constructed, at least not the way I would. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
a general
No, I
manager,
feel
you know.
No,
But I just
yeah.
so when I'm like looking at it to analyze it, it's just like I don't know what to think.
That's what I'm like. I think our ceiling is because like okay, we win this series, right? Who we going up against next? Wait, where the
Wouldn't it be the winner of Clippers?
Clipper? I can see us beating the Clippers.
What's it called? Clippers Nugs.
Yeah. So like, let's say we get the Clippers, right? I can see us having the Western Conference Finals push. I can see it. I don't think we're making the finals though.
Yeah.
I just don't see us beating the Thunder.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in the
I
West
don't
beating
think.
the
Yeah, I
Thunder.
don't think anyone. I think the only team. Well, shoot. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Not gonna lie, the Nuggets was the team I thought was gonna beat them, but then they're not looking that good. Then the
Yeah.
Warriors I thought was maybe, but they're not looking that good either. So like,
Nuggets are dysfunctional.
This might be
Warriors have no Jimothy.
yeah, then. Yeah, I don't know. So like, let's say we're probably gonna beat the Timberwolves. I would say, and then we go against the Clippers. I can see us beating the Clippers. Their talent would just like, I think Zubac will probably kill us inside. He's gonna have some crazy games. But like, overall, I think Luka gonna cook that whole. Like, no, the Clippers are gonna play some really impressive defense on Luka
Yeah.
because they played him a
I mean,
lot.
they got those guys, you
yeah,
know.
KD, Chris Dunn, you know.
I was about to say KD.
Yeah. Chris Dunn, what are different names? Nick Batum. I don't know why I said.
I bet
it's probably like the
Gordon could probably sit down a little bit too.
lower. Who? Which Gordon?
Eric. Am I tweaking?
Yeah,
Am I mixing up? Who am I thinking of?
Are you thinking about like Derrick Jones?
I'm thinking I'm thinking of Norm Powell.
Oh.
I'm thinking of Norm Powell.
Norman Powell.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They might pick Kawhi on Luka. You think? Okay.
That makes sense.
Would you rather pick Kawhi on Luka or on LeBron?
I would put Kawhi on Luka and let LeBron be LeBron.
Do you remember that viral quick clip years ago, where like Kawhi's coming out of checking into
And
the
he's like,
game, and LeBron's like,
Yeah, damn.
that was like,
Yeah.
that was like a post credit scene, like,
Yeah.
like that's when we introduced it to Kawhi Leonard, like,
When he's inducted to the Hall of Fame, that
that's
clip.
gonna be the main clip they use.
Yeah.
The main clip they use. But this is gonna, I think the games tonight is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah. I'm taking the. We can disagree on this one. I'm gonna take the G Wolves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is our picks for today. This was kind of like a short episode because my guy Zach has somewhere to go. But I would say we're trying to get the schedule right. We're probably gonna have. I would say our next episode is probably gonna be sometime next week. We just gotta figure out the schedule and everything. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We did not. I forgot to ask. We did not put the podcast on like the audio version out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make sure that we do that today so y'all can hear that as well. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. It's me, your host Nasir, my co-host Zach, and peace.
Catch y'all.